What's up, guys? It's another Did I Like It, but this time it's Did We Like It? As you see, there's two of us, so that's a we. This is Greg. He used to be a YouTuber slash Twitcher. Now he's a nothinger. He's still a gamer. Wow. He's still a gamer. But
you don't have to post to play games.
That's true. That is true. Just like you don't have to post to work out, even though people don't follow that. But
well, that's different. Workouts don't count unless you post it.
That's true. In front of a mirror.
Yeah. Especially if it's CrossFit.
Yeah, exactly. They got to see you flailing on bars and flipping tires. But anyways, we used to have a podcast on this channel you can go watch. Maybe we'll do it again someday. Kids got in the way and other things. But anyways, this is a Did We Like It for Sly 2, Band of Thieves. We have a game club on Facebook called Game Club. It's a group on Facebook. I said it.
Very
like,
original.
Yeah. So it's like a book club for video games, and this was last month's game. But we're gonna do a tier system here. Our little logos down here are, the first one is Combat. I forgot to tell you that one.
Oh, wow.
Combat.
I'm gonna make some.
Okay. So we have Combat, and then we have Is It Fun? And then we have genre, like, does it do its genre well? In this case, like, is Sly 2 a good platformer? This color splash here is art / graphics, however you want to do it. We have music and story. I didn't think about this at all ahead of time, so I'm probably just gonna, like, I think it's this. And Greg has his on his paper there. So we're gonna see how we both feel about it. We're gonna do an average. Wait, is there 6? Okay, there's... So S is going to be worth 5 points.
I have 6.
So, like tiers?
Oh, I have, yeah. If you count, yeah, because it's 0 and 0.5.
I shouldn't have done, hang on, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There's no 0.5 now. I didn't realize the last one was NA. So we have an NA in case one of these topics doesn't apply to the game. Like, if there's no music in this game, we're obviously not going to grade the music.
Or no genre.
Yeah, if it has no genre. AKA Grand Theft Auto. I mean, online. So you could do it. Well, that's all genres, I guess. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna average out. S is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We'll get a 5 out of 5 score from that. And then we're gonna do our dude score at the end, which is our averages together. So I don't know his, he doesn't know mine. I don't even know mine. So yeah. Do you want to go first, Greg? First.
Yeah, what category do you want to start with?
Let's do combat.
Okay, the one you just threw at me. Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not like you can think while we're talking anyways.
No, you're good. So for combat, I gave it an A, or 4 points. It's not quite elite, but it's up there. I really enjoyed it. The power-ups you get throughout the game really help you. There's certain ones that are overpowered, obviously, but the only reason I didn't give it a perfect score is because it's dated. It's obviously a PlayStation 2 game. Like, some of the damage you take, some of the strafing you can do. Is that, yeah, strafing?
Yeah.
Like, it's just dated, but it's still extremely fun for what it tries to do, and it doesn't try and do too much. It does at times with some of the, like, Bentley games, and some of the tank controls, horrible, but solid 4. Solid A, I guess. I don't know how you want me to... 4A, whatever.
Okay. So, up next, you can give me whatever one you want next.
Are you not going to... Am I going through all of mine first, or are we not going back and forth?
Well, the thing is, I'm putting them on the screen. I only have one of each tile. So I'd have to be like, Greg A, me this.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just go in the next order that I have it is graphics. I gave it a 4 as well, another A. It's a really beautiful game. The art style is really fun, but it's not, like, overly beautiful in my opinion. Like, it kind of goes for a comic book style. Again, this is a PS2 game that was remastered for the PS3 that we played on the PS5. So
so weird.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful for what it is, and I really enjoyed the art style. But I don't give a perfect graphic art style to anything short of I'm spoiled now on the PS5, like something like Horizon Zero Dawn or The Last of Us Part 2, games that are like very visually gripping.
Now remember, this is also art. So if like
I know. Like for what it does it extremely well. But
yeah,
I don't give it the perfect score unless it's like one of those top tier games, AAA games that we come to love.
true.
Me personally.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, I have story.
Okay.
I, I gave this one a 3 or a B. Is that a B?
5. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. Like you don't play this game for the story, like in my opinion.
So
Like there's 8 different chapters and they repeat the same boss in several chapters in a row to help extend the story. I think they're just trying to make it a longer game than it needed to be. It's fun, don't get me wrong. The story's has its moments, but really it's just them trying to get back the Clockwerk parts. But it's a fun, lighthearted story that kind of keeps the action going, gives you a reason. So solid B for me.
Cool.
Okay, next up, music. I gave this one a 3 as well, a B. It's not overwhelming with the music. Like they do have some little fun little whap, wham, or like
sound
sneaking
effects.
noises,
I love that.
Those are fun. Yeah, the sneaking up on people. Like that stuff's fun, but it's not like overly done to a part where again, I'm not gripped. I'm not gonna listen to an audio version of the game, or I'm not gonna go and download the Spotify playlist for Sly 2 anytime soon.
I wonder if it's on there.
It might be. Genre is the next one I have. I give this one a S. I gave it a 5 out of 5 because it is exactly what it's trying to do. It's a PlayStation 2 platforming band of friends fighting villains, and it does that to a T, which is very fun. Spoiler alerts for the next one, I guess. But I really enjoyed that part of it, even though I wasn't a big fan of the Bentley challenges, which I know you were because it's more techie and stuff. But I like that it kind of changed it up from Sly to Bentley to Murray, and kind of gave you some new controls with each of them and new directions you can do things. But me personally, I'm a fan of the Sly Cooper, style, like the real Assassin's Creed type. But yeah, so S rank for that one. 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Fun, I guess is the last one. Fun.
Yeah.
Overall, I give it an A. I really enjoyed the game, but it did take too long. I think they drew out the game too much, and it wasn't overly challenging at times. However, then there would be some things that were really clanky, like what I mentioned before. The tank controls on I think episode 6 is when you're in the medieval castle level. It took me twice as long to do that mission than any other mission, including boss missions, because the controls are so bad, and that just goes
bad.
back to, yeah, I mean it's so bad. I had to kind of cheat it to win, but again, it's a PS2 game remastered on the PS3 that we're streaming on the PS5, so I completely understand. Overall, though, 4 out of 5, A out of S, however you want to rate that. I really enjoyed the game, and I'm excited to play the third one as well.
So your average, you already have it. You do it.
I should have a 23 out of 30, I think is or 22 out of 30. Is that right?
23, yeah. Divided by
I don't know.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You
6.
gave it a 3.8.
There's 5 total, so there's 30.
3.8. 3.8.
Okay.
Out of 5. It's almost a 4.
Yeah, that's about. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to reset these for myself here. Well, okay. It glitched out for a second. Okay, so combat, I'll go first. You mentioned the tanks. So frustrating. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, guys, you had to push both sticks forward to go forward. And then if you wanted to go right, you had to pull your right stick back while keeping your front stick forward. And then go forward again, and then, come on. Just let it, do you have to should be a tank? Like, do we have to do that? And then you have to be shooting and navigating corridors on an old school game where everything's not cut perfectly. It's like getting stuck on jagged edges and stuff and failing missions over and over again. Also,
Yeah.
you notice when you get into a fight with the bigger guards, the ones with the flashlights, like if they shoot at you, even if you dodge, you get hit like over and over again.
Yes.
Really annoying.
You had to sneak up on those, or you use the electric stick.
Yeah, so I played this a little differently than Greg. I like straight lined it and didn't unlock any combat moves until like episode 5 or something, 6 maybe. So I was really frustrated with the combat through the whole game. So I can't put that on the game. Like as soon as I got the lightning spin thing and you can one shot everybody, it was way better. But I didn't know it ran out, so I got into some doozies with that. But I'm gonna give combat a B. Like S tier is like Spider-Man combat, you know, like Batman Arkham combat, flying around, feeling cool. All your buttons are like precise. I can't give this an A or an S. I can't do it. Okay.
See, I gave it a higher rating because I had those power-ups throughout the whole game, so it made it more accessible, I guess.
When I got them, it was a little better, but still,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the PS2 jank, I think. I'll go music. I don't remember any of the songs, but I remember. I don't know. Do I remember any of the music? Do you remember any of the music?
They had music at like the dance scenes and stuff. It's like doing the tango and stuff, and then like when you started a mission or something, it was like da 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 or whatever.
So it's nothing special, but nothing bad. I'll just give it a B. I mean, to me, A is good music, and then like that music's crazy good. I'm putting it on my Spotify as S. So one step below that is decent video game music. Genre. This one's hard because I don't know of any other stealth platformers. Do you? Like I know platformers, but not stealth.
I think it's kind of a unique thing, but they took a platform and just added a stealth element. So I treat it as a platforming game because all platformers have stealth missions, like the Jacks and the Jack and Daxters, the Ratchet and Clanks of this generation. They all had stealth missions. This just heavily relied on the stealth.
Yeah, so the whole game, you basically want to not be seen by any of the enemies. And lots of the missions don't be seen, pickpocket certain keys, you know, like follow someone, etc., etc. I typically hate stealth games in general. Like Metal Gear Solid, don't hate me. I've played 3 of them. They were okay. Not my thing. I think my ADD is too much for stealth. I can't just like slowly go through a mission. So, but platform-wise, it was fun. You know, you got the jumping, hit circle to land on like a little shiny bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So some of them were broken a little bit, but I think that again it's just PS2 janky.
So I'll give it an A. It's still a fun platformer. Also, platforming as Bentley and Murray I thought was great, but like it'd be so funny if Murray could do all the jumps on wires and stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't have liked it as much then. I'd be like, really? This hippo?
Yeah.
The story, I mean, this isn't like Lord of the Rings or anything. It's like
is that your apex of storytelling? Is Lord of the Rings?
I do think I'm just like a big thick Bible book with like lots of detail.
Oh.
I think it's a better story than like other platformers. They're like, play Mario. They had no story in Mario. I mean, the princess is taken, you know? Like this one, you actually had.
I don't compare it to Mario. I compare it to those games in the PS2 genre or like the Xbox
RPGs
genre where it's directly competing against like the Jack and Daxters and Ratchet and Clanks, and they all had similar. Like, granted, its story is not as deep as those two universes in my opinion, but I thought there was a little bit of a story to it.
I liked how there was some detective noir type stuff going on in the story, and there was some double crossing going on, and all that
Mhm.
stuff. So it's a better story than I think a lot of cutesy games have. So I'll give
Yeah.
it's a B story. It's good. Graphics, I love the janky old school PS2 platformer graphics.
Mhm.
And art. Also, all the cutscenes were hand drawn. I loved that. Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go A for art. But I will say, whenever I streamed it on my PC and I shrank the box down, looked way better. Like it didn't look as grainy.
Really?
Like if you play on big screen, it looks real washed out and grainy. Like even on my little cuts, I have a gameplay loop playing on our screen here.
Mhm.
Looks really good. The just lower it down, the resolution
Oh,
pops a little bit.
am I looking the right way? Is it
Yeah,
right
you
here?
are. Yeah. So
No, it's right
fun.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you like that part?
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
so I loved the Bentley parts. Like,
I know you did.
so in the first one, I think you only play as Sly, right?
Yes.
So, in case you guys want to play this game and you're wondering, what's the difference? When you play as Bentley, you can't do any of the crazy platforming stuff. You can still double jump. He can hit still, but then he has sleep darts he can use, and he can lay like mines or grenades where they are. They're like bombs.
Mhm.
So sleep dart someone and then bomb them and they die. I like that. Sly can't do
Which
that.
I never did.
You didn't? I did that all the time.
No, when I was Bentley, he has a super speed power up that you can buy that he just like goes and I just did that. Anytime I had him, I just sprinted through the
I
level.
used none of Bentley's power ups. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. He had some
all,
cool power ups.
one reason I also didn't buy power ups is I knew there were trophies for certain power ups, so I didn't want to waste money on the ones trophies. But also with Bentley, a lot of the missions made you hack. So you would go to like a little terminal, push circle, and you go into a little mini game. One is like a twin stick shooter. You're like a little tank, and then you just push forward to shoot. Those were amazing. I love those parts. Did you like that?
They some of them were overblown, I thought. But like near the end where you had a couple tanks that would like shoot ricochet balls, I like that.
Oh, I love just banking them off the walls around the corners at people.
Mhm.
Brings me back to my Halo days. Remember, we could do that with a sniper rifle in Halo 3. I don't know if you remember that, but
No, I
anyways.
don't remember that.
Also
You
some
refused to
mission.
play Halo with me.
Whatever. I bought you an Xbox. Uh, Also, one of the missions or mini games is control a little helicopter, shoot forward,
I
drop
hated
bombs.
Hated
They,
that.
I thought it was pretty fun. What my strategy was just like keep shooting forward, but don't pay attention to where you're shooting and just dodge everybody because like some of your bullets are gonna hit her, so you might as well just focus on
I'm
dodging.
talking about when you had to drop bombs and he was
Oh,
just
those
flying in
controls are real
circles.
jankies. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
that
just
was
like, "Ugh."
yeah. So also you'd be like on a turret sometimes shooting planes and stuff. When you play as Murray, he's super strong. You can basically knock someone down and then pick them up and throw them. You can throw other objects. Can he do anything else special? He's usually had to lift things, so you'd have to like tap a button for a really long time to get it to lift.
I was like,
Yeah, and usually it involved like enemies are attacking you at the same time, so like take care of them, then hurry up and go lift something, go back and forth.
Mhm.
But not as fun as Bentley, but it's still a change of pace. So I'm gonna give. Man, it's got another thing. I thought the game was too long, so that's why it's gonna drop to an A.
It is.
This game overstayed its welcome a little bit.
I told
Like,
you. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think a
Like,
platformer
why?
should take 20 plus hours to beat.
The problem is they made each boss 2 levels. Like each time you fought a boss or got introduced, you would like almost get them, and they're like, "I'm getting away," and then you're like, "Well, we took 2 weeks off to party, and then we tracked them down into the jungle," and you're
Yeah.
like, "Come on."
So, just so you guys know that are watching, the basic setup of this game is there are 8 different areas that are episodes because they made it to where it's like a LA, like a noir movie style thing. But
Mhm.
in each area, Bentley would scout the area, and then you'd have a list of missions to do within this like small open world. You can choose which ones to do that you wanted to. So then you push your little stick, and you can see oh, I need Murray for that one, or I need Bentley for that one. So I thought that was cool. But what's my average?
And we apparently did them completely opposite, because every time I got dropped into a world, I ran around the world. I didn't even do the missions. I ran around the world finding the clue bottles and finding the treasures. And then I would grab a treasure and take it back. Grab a treasure, take it back.
Yeah, see, I didn't even do that. I got the 130 for a trophy, and I still thought this game was too long. I can't imagine doing that. Like, it makes it even longer. Yeah. So I have 3 times 4, 12 plus 3 times 3 plus 9, 21. Ooh, I didn't realize I was that. I gave it a 2.3. I don't like that. I don't feel like I'm halfway on it.
Way to suck.
I don't.
Well, so add our 2 scores together, 2.3 and 3.8. What is that?
So our dude score is a 3.0 out of 5, which I think that's pretty fair.
I think that's a fair score.
Do you think your score was accurate?
3.8? Yeah. I'd probably give it, like, if I was rating it and we did halves, I would probably give it a 3.5 just off the top of my head, like a 70, 7 out of 10 type of thing, you know.
I would, like, if you just told me to do it out of 5, I would put it closer to, like, pretty close to a 4. It could hit a 4 and I'd be okay with it. Mm-hmm. So me giving it a 2.3, I don't like that.
Would you recommend it as a 2.3er?
I definitely recommend it. This is the only problem with the scoring we're doing here. This is off the cuff. No, like, we literally just texted about this.
It makes it fair.
It's not fair though, because if I thought the story was just complete trash and I put it an F, that would bring my whole score caving down just because of that story score. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because we rank in incremental parts of it. It's better this way because it lets you get the reasons why rather than just off the cusp. It was like, oh, well, it was a cool ending and 4.
Yeah.
You know, so you only remember the good parts when you're trying to do it that way.
So take my 2.3 with a grain of salt and just know that I think it's better than a 2.3, even though I said 2.3. But I like the 3's fine. Rounding up, it's a 3.1. It's a more than a 3. So yeah. Is this a rent it or shelve it?
Shelve it.
Shelve it.
I like to shelve this type of game just because it's because it's fun, you know, like there is some replayability to it if you did, especially if you didn't get the platinum trophy. It's just cute little fun platform, PS2 type of platformer for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I say shelve it as well. Oh man, I meant to move the. Oh, it just keeps going. I did a little movement on our screen here, and it went overboard. But anyways, you can see it, right? You just look down. Yeah. Yeah, you see that moving? Well, we have a few more. Did we like it's in the pipeline? We're currently playing one game at the same time. I already beat one game. He's working on it, so look out for a couple more of these. Well, I mean, there's going to be way more than that, but there's at least 2 more.
At least 2 more.
So yeah, shelve this 3.1 dude score.
3.1 dude score.
I forgot to mention that we do a dude play. This isn't a dude play game. We'll mention that on a dude play game. No. We'll mention that later. We're doing a dude score though. So, Greg, we get extra votes in Game Club for doing this.
Oh shoot! So 1 up.
Yeah, 1 up.
1 up. 1 up.
1 up. Oh. You didn't see that. It's okay. All right. Comment, subscribe, like, any combination of 3, or don't do any. But I'll see you later.
All right, bye.